you were to write about Catch-22, and I certainly hope that you do, it would be appropriate to mention that there are many themes throughout this book. It's a huge book with a bunch of ideas. There are many anti-war and anti-bureaucracy sentiments present, as well as comments about masculinity and theology and death, all of them present throughout. As you try to write about this book, you're going to be writing about just a small part of the text's overall message. You're choosing a single theme out of many, many themes within the book. It would be appropriate for you to refer to Catch-22 as a seminal or preeminent anti-war text, as an American study of existentialism and absurdity, or as a postmodern rendering of the supposedly Great War. Any of these would be great phrases to throw into your introduction. So here is a pretty standard AP-style FRQ prompt for open novel. Often in literature, a character's success in achieving goals depends on keeping a secret and divulging it only at the right moment, if at all. Choose a novel or play of literary merit that requires a character to keep a secret. In a well-organized essay, briefly explain the necessity for secrecy and how the character's choice to reveal the secret affects the plot and contributes to the meaning of the work as a whole. Well, this is a difficult one, but almost all of our texts can be bent to fit these prompts, and sometimes the readers will simply reward you for creative thinking in how to answer these prompts. The implied question of this prompt is, what secret does a character keep within the story, and how does it connect to the themes of the novel? Because all open novel questions are about the themes of that novel. So we're going to talk about Catch-22, of course, and we're going to use Snowden's secret, which he divulges involuntarily to Yossarian as he dies, that man is matter. We'll connect that particular secret to one of the themes of the book, which is the dehumanizing effects of war on the individual. Using those, we can construct a good thesis that answers the prompt's question, which was, what was the secret, and connects it to a theme. Snowden's secret, realized by Yossarian high over Avignon, that man was no more than salt and meat, is an idea echoed symbolically throughout the text of Catch-22. In our introduction, because we're going to go hourglass style and start very wide and broad, we may use some of our background knowledge about man's omnipresent affection for war and killing each other, our growing ability to kill each other rapidly and efficiently with weapons. Anything that we may know about World War II may sneak into our introduction before we get into writing about the text. Our first topic sentence might be the inhumanity of the bureaucracy in Catch-22 reinforces Yossarian's bloody epiphany about human mortality. Here we're going to talk in a symbolic fashion about the raising of the mission numbers, the symbolic character named Mud, who's the dead man in Yossarian's tent, and that gives us two good points from the text, very specific points to talk about. Our second body paragraph might be about Milo. Milo Minderbender, who operates on a monetary value system that puts cash above life, demonstrates Snowden's secret in extreme. Here we're going to use the hyperbolic symbolism, a motif within Catch-22, of Milo paying the anti-aircraft gunners and bombing his own units, to suggest that war and bureaucracy does not care about the individual. And then we'll come back to and focus in our final body paragraph about our primary character here, Snowden, that Snowden's death mirrors the deaths of many other innocent characters throughout the text. We'll connect Snowden's death to the symbolically innocent deaths of Appleby, Kid Sampson, and even what happens to Nate Hoare. Finally, we'll connect in our conclusion to the psychoanalytical idea of the id that is inherent to Snowden's secret and how Yossarian's ego answers the drive of the id when faced with the compelling arguments of the superego. If you want some practice, this is what I would do. Here are 6 thematic ideas: the impact of bureaucracy, the impact of war on the innocent, the impact of capitalism and greed on society, the impact of hyper-patriotism on the citizenry, the notion of an indifferent and hostile world aligned against the common man, and the conflict between sincerity and self-preservation. Pick 3 of those. Consider what the book seems to say about those topics, and then find some scenes, 3 scenes preferably from the book, that demonstrate Heller's opinions on those topics. If you look over on the right side there's a device bank. You want to then connect those scenes to these devices so that you are using appropriate academic vocabulary and literary terminology when you write about Catch-22.